video interview with the enterprise world. And today we have with us Ramya Parashar. Ramya leads the operations from MiQ Bangalore for COE, which includes creating a vision strategy and people first initiatives at scale. Right. So hello, Ramya. And now let's start with the interview.
Sure.
So tell us more about MiQ Digital.
So MiQ Digital, we are a leading programmatic media partner for all the agencies and advertisers. We are looking to create an environment where we believe that we can create an environment for people to get to work with the best minds in the industry, but also solve for some of the best problems and believe that they can earn the best. For MiQ, we are the leaders in data science, analytics, and programmatic trading. What we do is we connect data from various multiple sources, and we unlock some of the interesting insights to make sure that our clients are always making the right media investments. And driving transparency in the media spend has always been a challenge. So we kind of connect various data sets and kind of provide insights to our customers. We also look at how brands not only need to connect all of their first party data, but also how can they enhance it with the right second and third party data. And after analyzing it with some of the data science technology and also resources, we then build out the insights that through a creative content, which can focus on or target on the right audiences with programmatic trading expertise. And that's where MiQ comes in. We connect the right people, industry, partnerships, and also technology in a complete programmatic stack to solve some of the client business challenges. And for us, we are looking to maximize the value of our customers or brands' data, and we look at delivering the best programmatic campaigns with high value insights.
So you said going programmatic, right? So could you just elaborate on that?
Sure. For us, going programmatic is you look at programmatic advertising is a way to automatically buy and optimize digital campaigns rather than buying directly from the publishers. What it means is it's designed to replace human negotiations with machine learning and AI optimization. And the goals of programmatic is to increase the efficiency and transparency for both advertisers and the publisher. Now, what we do here is we look at real-time auctions where ads are brought at the same time, like when a visitor loads a website. We look at programmatic as promotion of a brand or a business or even a product through paid online channels. And online channels could be around search, social media, or even connected TV currently. And today, we look at data-driven advertising as a strategy for reaching consumers in every stage of the buying funnel and moving them from one stage to the other. In the buying funnel to the next is where we come into play, and creating that from awareness to purchase. We use a lot of digital media advertising, both online channels like Google to drive revenue, and that's where going programmatic plays.
Okay. So you mentioned data-driven advertisements, right? So as compared to the traditional mode of advertising, how is data-driven advertising helping companies scale better?
When you look at data-driven advertising, you will see that programmatic advertising exists in a wide range of digital channels. This includes display, mobile, video, and including social. In a traditional offline channels are way on their way to become digitized too. But where we are starting to see out-of-home channels advertise programmatically through digital screens, either be it in bus stations, shopping malls, and billboards, all of those are digitized, and that needs data. And previously, programmatic campaigns were reserved predominantly for larger budgets or media agencies. But now, with a rapid rise in some of our self-service tools or for smaller brands, increased access to technology that allows them to compete with larger brands. And that's where we are looking at how we look at data. And for brands specifically, we not only focus on some of the metrics like CTR, this also helps them to optimize to net new customers target high value customers, or even how can we actually influence customers by the right ads. And if brands are not measuring for value, then they might not be looking at how do they make the most of their investments. And that is where data plays a key role. And if you look at in programmatic, the new gold standard that we speak of is incrementality. And for us, when you broadly speak about incrementality, it relates to any additive media activity. For example, is a display viable investment channel for my growth ambition as a customer? That's a way we look at how is media activity driving some of the revenue. And when you look at various data sets we operate with, how we connect those data sets, how you build a scalable technology and analytics infrastructure, along with access to real-time log-level data, by also modernizing some of the brand's measurement and scaling them, is where data plays a key role. And the insights that we develop for the brands to get transparency in how they allocate their marketing budget, but also how best to utilize the time and resources from their programmatic buying to drive campaigns with best return on ad spend, is where data plays a very key role.
That's beautiful. How would you say the pandemic has catalyzed this process of going digital technology? What role has pandemic played in the growth of your company too?
Yeah, so for MiQ, we have a diversified customer base of more than 2,000 plus advertisers with approximately around 89% revenue retention rate. When you look at our client base, our client base is not just vertical, but we are also channel agnostic. We also look at varies of data partners, DSPs, ad partners who help us deliver superior return on investment for our clients. Now, where MiQ addresses the need of relevant parties in the ecosystem is through diverse routes to the market, which means that through digital, we look at activating brands, best consumers through a connected stack. And when we say connected stack, we look at how we connect ads data with analytics data to optimize audience targeting. You don't want to be displaying a wrong ad to a wrong customer without understanding the demographics. Now, most of them will need to work across display, mobile, video, CTV, and even digital audio advertising channels if brands were to run omni-channel programmatic media campaigns. And that's where connecting all the pieces of the puzzle is where digitization happens. And for us as an organization, it was not just during the pre-pandemic phase, but also if you look at how programmatic as a domain has been shifting, you will see that there has been a lot many advancements in cookieless, in attention economy, and how we look at identity data. That is how we as a programmatic partner keep ourselves abreast of the latest advancements, but also around how we able to solve for the customer's business or brand's business problems through various data sets, is where we are kind of making sure that we are able to future-proof some of our solutions and offerings.
So now reaching this point today with a customer base of, like you said, 2,000 plus. So what were the initial challenges the company faced?
Yeah, I wouldn't call it challenges though, but more so around the opportunities which any organization would go through. The programmatic advertisement or advertising space has not only been affected by pandemic, but also by the rise of privacy first initiatives, right? And these initiatives are aimed at and mainly around how do users get control over their data, which is like uh, uh, I would say the lifeblood of most of the marketing campaigns. Now you see in programmatic, there is a line of third-party cookies, which has raised some of the pertinent questions about the future of programmatic systems, which means that they have expanded over the last decades about the privacy concerns the customers raise. Now, while programmatic advertising is definitely evolving, it will also retain its essential or role around digital or being the digital marketing tool. And one of the challenges that we had to face or opportunities we work on is how do we constantly focus to future-proof our business? How do we build advanced capabilities around in-housing programmatic campaigns, around sunsetting cookies, or even first-party data solutions, looking at growth of connected TV, advancement in digital out-of-home, mobile gaming? There are humongous advancements that are happening. And that's where we will have to make sure that we are constantly keeping up with those changes, but also truly standing out from our competition.
That brings me to the next question. How do you stand apart from the competitors?
Yeah. All right. When you look at in general, when the environment is unpredictable, that's where the greater opportunity lies. And for us as an organization, we believe that if we have the leadership skills to capitalize on these opportunities, we definitely can stand out from our competition. And our business strategy has always been how we look at in the rearview mirror, but also have an eye for a sustainable long-term growth. And what makes us stand out from the crowd is one, of course, is around how do we future-proof our business constantly. Second is also continuing to enhance our agility and resilience, but also find new sources of business growth. And for us, our defined vectors of growth includes both organic and inorganic streams. And in online advertising, there is massive tons of data that we deal with, not just first party, second party, third party, or zero party data. We also need to connect all of these right data sets together so brands need not just access the data, but they're able to access the right data, and their ability to make the data they have access to speak to one another. That is paramount, right? And this is where MiQ stands out from its competition, because we look at all the campaigns that we can leverage across multiple data sets, which is around first party, second party, and all of those data sets, but also around our data management platform, collecting it, segmenting all of this data, and activating in the programmatic ad campaigns. Now, few things that you will hear is we definitely don't want to be displaying ads or serving ads for audiences that are not relevant, but also around how do we minimize wasted ad spend on audiences that are not interested in the brand's product or services, and how do we ensure that each ad that we drive for our brands drive the highest likelihood of getting a user to convert. Now, that is where MiQ truly stands out. For us, programmatic media campaigns with higher conversion rates contribute to better ROI from the overall programmatic advertising. And to always get the most of the audience targeting, we as brands, we should make sure that we are looking at highly relevant and customized and right creative messaging when you're targeting specific target audience, and that's where MiQ comes to play.
And what's your role at MiQ Digital? Could you elaborate that?
Yeah, my role at MiQ Digital is I oversee the overall operations for Center of Excellence. And as part of my role, one of the things that I oversee is how can we make our Center of Excellence, which is all the tech, data science, DNA capabilities, and also our operating model more sustainable for the future? How do you identify right capabilities that we can continue to build, and also have the foresight of predicting what are the future capabilities and skills we will need as an organization, but at the same time, look at how can the tech-powered programmatic truly stand out from our competition and drive the competitive advantage. So my role is making sure that our bottom line performance is tied back to the top line revenue growth in a more sustainable fashion.
So now, what is the future hold for MiQ Digital? What is the next big thing coming?
We definitely spoke about cookieless and attention economy and all. If you see, there are significant changes that have that marked the 2021 that will continue to shape the industry, the entire industry's development during the next couple of years. And for us, with innovation in programmatic, Advertisers are definitely overwhelmed by the sheer number of options to choose from, making digital ad campaigns more complicated than traditional campaigns. And with the issues around cookies and privacy, there are also innumerable number of changes that is going to happen in the programmatic industry, with third-party cookies topping the list. And with Google also kind of deciding against building the alternate tracking identifiers, um, and also post the phasing out of third-party cookies, I think few things the future holds for us is these changes are meant to give end user better control over their online interactions and also the right to digital privacy. And that's where we want to make sure that we are able to refocus our strategies for the future, which means that the three things that tops my mind is first party data as to how we collect the as to the data that we collect directly from our customers and audiences through various interactions. It could be around demographics, purchase history, and all of those. Second is looking at identity resolution, where we match identifiers across various devices and touchpoints to a single profile. This helps us build a more cohesive omnichannel view of consumer. And third one is around how do we finally get a tech-enabled insights that increase revenue while driving better performance. And as advertisers seek more efficient ways to engage with their audiences online, we will have to keep evolving our strategy and be ahead of the game. So those are few areas that we will be focusing on.
Thank you so much. Thank you. These are all the questions I have. Thank you so much for this insightful conversation. And
Thank you.
yeah.